The FCC is still facing an uphill battle of robocalls. It is now requiring major wireless carriers to start using special technology and submit their plans to combat spam calls, or the carriers are going to have to stop accepting calls from those providers. In the meantime, what can we as consumers do right now to stop from getting those calls? Well, we are joined by YouTube's scam-fighting duo, Ashton Bingham and Art Kulik, CEOs of Trilogy Media. Good morning to both of you. Thanks so much for joining me.
Thanks for having us.
Good morning, good morning.
It's so good to see you. We need your help. These robocalls, they are worse than ever. Whatever happened to the so-called do not call list? What's going on here?
It doesn't work. I mean,
Right.
It's something that you can do as a precaution. It's really more catered towards like telemarketers, because telemarketers aren't breaking the law. So they're going to try to follow whatever protocol they have to follow from the do not call list. But robocallers and scam call centers, they don't care about the law. So the do not call list effectively it's like making crime illegal again. It's not going to change anything.
Okay, so you guys have a long list of tips that I want to go over. And let's start with, you say if we receive a scam likely call on our cell phone, no matter what, don't answer it. Why is that?
Well, because nowadays, unfortunately, all these scammers, they became so sneaky and so smart. Every single time they try to find a way to scam you. Either fake Social Security, Amazon, Microsoft.
Parents, his age.
And you literally, if you Google, it's going to be the same number. So they become very sneaky.
Wow.
And I think the best way is put it in your voicemail.
Very interesting. You know, and they got smart early on to make sure that they had our area codes, the same area codes, because you see our area code and you think, oh, okay, that must be somebody I know. But now you're saying they've gone even beyond that. Okay, so let's talk about, why does that do not call list, you said it's not really for robocalls, but why isn't there something like that to deal with this specifically, or is that still coming?
I think it's still coming and it's still developing. I mean, we've had the resurgence, I guess, of the scam likely message that you get on most smartphones now, which is helpful, at least to warn you that it's coming. There are some good products and services that you can get that do an even better job than that, and not only wasting their time and blocking them from accessing you, but having some fun with it as well. Like RoboKiller is one that we use. But you know, they're getting smarter, they're developing, and the world is changing, and the world is scary, and scammers love this, so they're going to take advantage of it however they can by scaring you or promising you things that that you need.
Okay, so in the time that we have left, I want you guys to give me some tips on how to prevent these. You just mentioned RoboKillers. And then what is the one thing that we all do that we shouldn't be doing? I'm going to let each of you take one of those questions.
Okay, yeah, I can say, like, yeah.
Go ahead. Please.
I would love to tell you red flags. If somebody is calling you and trying to get access to your computer, somebody sending you to Target, Walmart, and telling you to purchase gift cards to pay for any services, it's a huge red flag. It means scammers trying to get your money.
I would say if you have a phone number, you're going to get these calls regardless. So yes, don't answer them, send them to voicemail, block the number if it's repeated. And if you do end up answering one, or you're not sure what it is, or if it's legit, just do your research. You know, listen to them or listen to what they're asking you rather, and do your research. Ask your friends and family. Don't give them any personal information. Don't trust what they're saying if they claim to be from a government agency or whoever they're claiming to be. Go to Google and Google the real number of that company or organization and call them directly. Don't call the number that they've given you in an email or a voicemail, so you can check and see if it's actually legit.
Okay, and you say don't answer the call. Now, I don't ever answer a call if I don't recognize the number, but for some people who kind of have to, maybe for their work, they have to answer certain phone calls. So what happens when you answer that call? Because I've heard a few things, like maybe you could be set up, they could try to get you to answer a question. If they get your voice saying yes, they can use that for other things. Or is there permanent damage in some cases if you just answer the call, period?
There can be, you know, that one isn't as prevalent as much as them trying to get something from you directly, but you'd still want to be aware of what you're saying. And I would say hello and just listen, and just don't give them any information. You know, if they're asking questions, ask them questions, ask them who they are and what they want before you agree to anything, or before you admit to anything, or before you give them anything that they're asking for.
They love to put pressure. They love to scare you and not give you time to think. And when you don't have that ability to think and talk to your friends, roommates, or your family, That's how you get caught, and that's how they're gonna get in your wallet.
Well, very good. Okay, YouTube scam fighting duo, Ashton and Art. You guys are CEOs of Trilogy Media, and people just can go to your YouTube channel. What are you guys talking about these days?
Come to YouTube, Trilogy Media. We do videos and live streams all the time. We waste scammers' time. We try to uncover their latest tactics, and we are even now hunting them down and confronting them in person. So if you want to see some crazy
investigations, knocking on the door of cash mules here in America. So we're doing whatever it takes to find the bottom of this scheme.
I love it. So they call you and you kind of play with them, and now you're actually chasing after them?
Chasing after them and uncovering the crazy web that is going on. Most people think scams are only international, but it's very not true. They use people and money mules here in the United States. So we're here chasing down those businesses, those fraudulent addresses, those people that are contributing to this. So come to our channel, watch it.
Sometimes it gets a little bit dangerous. Sometimes
we were in Chicago recently, so
were
you?
You?
Might want to check
Okay,
out.
here's the deal, Art and Ashton. You guys are coming back. We're going to do a whole segment on some of these people that you've chased after, and we're going to focus on Chicago. Great to have you guys on this morning. I look forward to it.
Thank you so much.
Really fun to talk to you. Thanks again.
Thank you.
Have an amazing day.